Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Welcome to episode 3 of our Play Your Own Farm mini-series on the Grab the Hug account. Now, if you haven't seen the previous episode 1, we focused on our small pen animals and got that set up, ready to continuously farm. And in the previous episode 2, we started to focus on the medium pen. So currently, in terms of our farms, we have the chinchompers in both small pens, and we also have spiders in both medium pens as well as the breeding pen. So in this episode, we're looking to get 71 farming because 71 farming will unlock the ability to grow yaks. Yaks will be a massive boost in terms of farming XP and will give us a great benefit in terms of farming beans as well. However, in terms of what we've got ready for this episode, I've now upgraded to decorated urns. You need level 84 crafting to do this, but you can go and get a pulse core boost in World 84, which I would highly recommend anyway. And this means we're going to hold more XP per urn. By being in World 84, I've also been able to witness a coin flip, a slam, we've got cinder cores, as well as the gift of friendship as well. So we've got some nice boosts to carry on. And without further ado, let's go and jump into it. So we're going to start today's episode at level 69 farming. So let's see what level we're going to get to. Obviously, with the amount of chinchompers we've got, we're going to blast quite quickly to 71. And then we can just talk through the large pens. And this is going to be the last episode where we're kind of building our farm out. In terms of the next episode, we're doing a full harvest and we'll have a full amount of beans. Now, I'm going to be a little bit lazy in this episode and I'm going to buy the noted produce. Even though the bank is just there, I'm going to buy the noted produce because we're going to get enough beans to be able to unlock the large pens, and it's going to be something we can do quite quick. And it's just going to make it so much easier to go and harvest all of the chinchompers. When you see like what I can do, you guys will appreciate like this is so much quicker. And it's just a nice quality of life thing. Yes, 3,000 beans is a little bit expensive for it, but it is just so nice. Now, as you can see, we are still hammering out the XP from harvesting the chinchompers. We are also still getting upgrades in terms of our rank as well. So our rank is continuously going up. And that is a big benefit to us because once you upgrade your rank, you'll get rewards from that as well. Like you'll be able to sell more animals to certain buyers. So it's really nice to be able to get that now. But we're a competent farmer. And if you want to know what a competent farmer is going to get you, all you need to do is just click on the farming symbol and it will sort of teach you once you hover over. So from this rank of a competent farmer, we have the ability to build remote farming machines, and we can also sell shiny animals for 10% more beans. It's really the next one. You can sell twice as many small animals, which would be really nice because these chins will eventually start to creep up on us because we can't sell them quick enough. So that'll be really nice once you have the ability to sell for extra. Now with this one, you will have an XP hit because it's got sullen. Again, some traits mean that their happiness or their health won't be fully maxed. Even though they've had nothing but food, there's no disease in the pen. It's just one of those things where it's just a trait and it's just an issue. But I just decide as always just to withdraw them and then just take them from there. That is give us another farming level. We are now 72, so we can do yaks now, which is really, really nice. I'm just going to go and check these chinchompers really quick. And that should be, hopefully, all of the baby ones to throw in next. So we have another 6 going there. And that is just simply 150k XP. And this takes about, I always think it's just about a little bit over a day worth anyway. I am meaning to talk through the timers on like how long it takes for them to actually grow up to a point. But what I'll do is I'll throw in the wiki guide as well, which will give you an idea of like the sort of farming cycles and how long it takes as well. But we've just sold all of our chinchompers, which is maxed out our farmer. It says 2,000 beans, which is pretty much what we invested in it anyway, in terms of the noted produce. What we need to go do next is going to be spiders. Now, I've only got 8 spiders to throw in this time, and the reason we're going to do that is because the breeding pen we're going to put the yaks in. So I'm just waiting for the yaks to buy, but this is going to be spiders. We're going to go see what the XP is like here. 11.4k, which is not as much as what the chinchompers are, and you might be surprised about that. But that's because the spiders are like tier 2 of the medium pens, whereas the chinchompers are the max of a tier 1 pen. So it's kind of like, that's just how it is in terms of the XP and stuff. But there's still very, very good XP. The fact we just got 40k XP from one medium pen is really, really nice. So I'm just going to go and add all of these in. And we've basically put on the advertising board, we want to sell these to spider seller. So we've got the spider seller already here, ready to go, which is nice, which means we just get some more beans in terms of that as well. And what we'll have to do is buy the pens for the large ones. We'll have to go and set the yaks up. The yaks are actually really nice because they only need flowers, which means we can just do some more woad leaves. Woad leaves are really cheap, really low maintenance, and really easy to do as well, which is really good. And in terms of the seeds which we put into the breeding pen, we can just take them out of the breeding pen and then just put them into the other 2 pens to cover for the food we used from the last episode. But there we go, level 73, which is really nice. And then we just want to put in the eggs. Now, 73 is probably, I might squeeze 74 actually. There we go. We're going to remove the contents as mush because we're not going to need that anymore because we're going to use this for yaks instead. So we're going to put the seedy mush into this trough here because then that way we can keep those topped up and spiders then won't be an issue. Now, with the medium pens, the next upgrade is going to be the mushrooms, which there can be a bit of a case on that mushrooms are a little bit expensive to farm just because mushrooms cost so much. Now, I'm going to go sell these to Rumbleguts, who is going to be the spider shopper. We're going to sell all of our spiders for beans. He won't buy them all, but it's still going to be a decent chunk of beans for us as well. And we can just do that and reset. So 1400 beans. 3.5k beans is a nice little haul in terms of what we've got for this episode, which is really nice. And as you see, all of this is noted. So you do get produce from doing player-owned farms. It just doesn't really touch what you've invested in. So like this is from 12 chinchompers. That will probably pay for 2. And then the spiders, you get things like spider silk. Again, not really worth it. You get the spider fangs, not really worth it. And the chinchomper residue, yeah, not really worth what it is, but it is nice to get something back. But having the noted produce just saved me like a good couple of minutes being able to run around and do that as well. So that is decent. What I need to go do now is buy the pens from Granny. Again, this is very much the same as what we've been doing before. Now, I am trying to buy the yaks on the Grand Exchange. So in terms of yaks, you've got 3 different options to go and pick. I always go for the Fremy yaks. And the reason why I do this is because with the Fremy yaks, that's the one you can go and have a chance of getting yak milk if you get females. And obviously it's a 50-50 chance to go and get females, but a yak milk will pay for a full yak by itself, which is what I think is worthwhile. Like you can pretty much get profitable player-owned farming by getting the maximum amount of XP if you're doing things like Fremenic yak. So that's one I'm going to stick with. That's one we're going to keep doing because I just think it's one which will eventually pay for it as well. So in terms of what we need to buy 40 mahogany planks and 450 rune nails. And in terms of the player-owned farm at ardounge now, we are now completed. Once we've upgraded these 2 spots, that is now all good. Obviously, we still have the dino area still to set up. If you guys want me to continue this series and do that, let me know in the comment section. More than happy to keep it going. The dino section, I think, is a bit more underrated than what the standard player-owned farm one is. A lot of the rewards or the things you harvest from the dinosaurs are worthwhile and worth decent GP to be fair because they come into the game in such low volume. Things like the frog slime, the bottles of raw, all the other stuff you can get from the dinosaurs do seem to have a decent price to them. So that's really, really nice. I'm going to try and see if I can buy some yaks because I've had this offering for a little while now and I've not really bought. Yeah. So sometimes with player-owned farms, you can struggle with this a little bit. So if I just look for a yak, your other options are a spirit yak, which, yeah, that's fine. These are considerably cheaper because you don't really get much profit from them. They're one of those where it's like, you'll just get what you get sort of thing. So what I'll probably do for the first go, actually, let's go see if we can get some spirit yaks and we'll just do spirit yaks. And then after that, we can do the Fremy ones. But if you can get hold of Fremy ones, 100% do them because once I do the run, I'll be able to show you properly. You can really easily make your money back because you can get the yak milk and the yak milk will basically pay it off. So what I'm going to do is just build this up and I'm just going to throw them into the pen. In terms of what we're going to feed them, it's just going to be woad leaves, pretty much the same as the chinchompers. We're going to top the chinchompers feed up as well just so they can continue going. And then in terms of the next episode, that is pretty much going to be us talking through our fully upgraded farm, which I know like 3 episodes is kind of a nice little mini series. And this is why I did it, to be fair, because in terms of like doing the content, recording the content, it really wouldn't have been that much. And it hasn't really been that much. All I've literally done is just walk you through my farm run as such. I think it's nice just to show you guys like this is what you do. This is how I set player-owned farm up. And what we'll see over the next episode or 2 when we sort of go towards 99 farming is just how quickly we'll get this. When we're looting something like 10 yaks, I'm pretty sure that's something like 300 XP in one go. And then because you accelerate so much, because you've got so many animals growing, and because you're using things like urns and we're getting the boost from World 84, the XP is just so quick that the farming levels do nothing but rack up. And 99 farming is going to be by far the quickest level I'm going to get to 99. Just because player-owned farms now I've got the ability to just use large animals. They're just going to fly up in terms of the XP. So what I'll do in the meantime, between this episode and next episode, I'll get the yak sports, I'll put them in the pen, I'll grow them up, and then when the episode starts for the next one, we'll make sure that all the animals are all grown, and we can start the episode from there. But that's going to be episode 3 done. We now have the yaks unlocked. The yaks are going to be bought and put in the pen in between this and the start of the next video. And we'll report back to you guys when it's time to get going. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions regarding player-owned farms, drop in the comment section below. Let's get talking in terms of the comments, and if you guys can help other people out in the comments as well, it'd be really, really nice. Let's make this a nice place for people to ask their farming questions and to help them out in the same time as well. And if I can catch the comments in this episode before the start of the next one or the one after, we'll do a little bit of a question time where I can answer you guys questions if you have any about player-owned farms as well. But I really hope this series is helping you out. This has been put out there because of how well the video did last year, and I really didn't follow it up. So I've kind of made this little mini series of Grab the Hog doing farming, just show you guys that what's possible to do it, how cheap it can be really to get started. Yes, the first sort of big block of it and what we've spent so far has been considerable. I'd probably estimate we've spent about 7 to 8 mil in terms of just raw animals just to get the beans to build our farm up. But from now on, we can start really farming. And if we wanted to, we could just start moving in a place where we can make the farm self-sustain itself. But we'll talk through that in future episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.